Hello dear students, today we are going to read the poem Geography Lesson. Before we read, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Have you traveled in a plane? How does everything look from the top? Does it look beautiful? Or if you have not traveled, do you like to travel in a plane? It's a poem written by Zulfikar Ghosh. Before we read the poem, let me explain a bit about the poet. Zulfikar Ghosh is a Pakistani-American novelist, poet and essayist. He is resident of Texas. His works are primarily magical realism, blending fantasy and harsh realism. Let's begin the poem. When the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had, seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile. There seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned and without style when the jet sprang into the sky. Here inevitability means certainty, something that is unavoidable. Haphazard means something not in proper order or unplanned. In the first stanza of this poem, the poet describes his city. He tells us how it appears from the window of an aeroplane. It was clear that the city developed as it was necessary for the people. Everything looked so small from the top. But it was certain that it did not grow with proper planning and particularly style. When the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities where the rivers ran and why the valleys were populated. The logic of geography, that land and water attracted men, was clearly delineated when the jet reached 10,000 feet. There was a question in the mind of the poet: why the cities stood near the rivers and why were the valleys so populated? When he flew in the jet, it was 10,000 feet high, as all the questions were clear. The reason was that the water and land attracted people. It was a geographical reason why the cities had been standing near the rivers, because there was water source, and why the valleys were so much populated, because the main source, that is water, was available over there, and also the land. When the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear the earth was round and that it had more sea than land. When the jet rose 6 miles high, the poet came to know that the earth was round. He also learned that the earth had more sea than land. We all are very well acquainted that the earth has more water than that of land. That is what the poet also sees when the jet rises little more higher. But it was difficult to understand that the men on the earth found causes to hate each other, to build walls across cities, and to kill. From that height it was not clear why. Now says, everything was clear to the poet when the jet rises higher and higher. But there was a question that was unanswered, and that was why the people hated each other and killed each other. Why there was a lot of hate among the people, and why did they kill each other? This remained N answered for the poet. It was difficult to understand. As he reached higher and higher, all the questions were answered except one. And that was why the men on the earth hated each other and killed each other. This is all about the poem, dear students. You read it once again and try to complete the exercises given below. Thank you.